Hello, I'm Tzvi and this is a review of the Syma X8G Quadcopter. As you can see here on the video, this is actually my first quadcopter, the first one I ever flown. I have this quadcopter now for almost like 6 months. And actually this quadcopter is very interesting. First of all, it's one of the only brushed quadcopters I've seen that can carry weight. And I've used this quadcopter actually with my run cam and my Xiaomi E camera, and this actually did the job very well, even with FPV systems added to it, about 90 grams. This thing could really pull off a good flight. So first of all, about this quadcopter, as you can see, Syma gives you the quadcopter with this remote, which I have to say is very good because it does have an on-screen here that you can see whether the throttle you're giving is how much power you're giving on each stick. And eventually this, even though this remote controller feels cheap and plastic, it really is one of the most unique remotes I've used. I have almost about 12 quadcopters now, and this one obviously is one of the best remotes. The only one that beats this remote is the XK quadcopter remote, which comes with an adjustable remote, adjustable configurations. So basically, we have this remote, which is very interesting. The quadcopter itself has an on-off switch, which is also is not on every quadcopter. It's a very quick, big quadcopter. One of the most interesting things here is that you do have marks on this quadcopter. I've actually added this face, as you can see here, so I can understand when the quadcopter is in front of me, so the controls are inverted. Also, I recommend doing this on big quadcopters, is adding these glow-in-the-dark stick bands you can buy on any website, actually, very cheap. And these show you the back of the quadcopter, which is very, very important because then you know that the controls you have are not inverted. For me, this was the first quadcopter I have ever flown. It uses a 2,200 milliamps battery, which I think are the biggest I have from all the 11 quadcopters I own. And basically, it's gonna give you about 10 minutes of flight time. Usually, if I fly with a camera, especially if it costs me some, if it's an expensive camera, I do put it down after 6 minutes. I don't want to hurt either the camera or the quadcopter. I have to say this quadcopter is very robust. This is the X8G version. It comes with a camera, which I totally destroyed. But the quadcopter itself is in a very good condition after a lot of hours of flight time, and therefore it's one of the best quadcopters I flew. I do have problems with it on high winds. High winds usually, even if you fly it on high mode, you do feel that the quadcopter doesn't have enough power. So if you're in a place where if you have a beach side in front of you, or if you have high winds, this is definitely gonna cause you some problems because of the big weight this quadcopter is. So overall, one of the best quadcopters I ever flown. Don't recommend it to beginners. I just used it because I really wanted to start off with a camera drone. So for me, this is one of the best quadcopters I flew. I do know that there are new versions of this quadcopter on the market now, so you're better off with these new versions, unless you can find this for very cheap. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to get this quadcopter or anything I show on my videos, you'll have links on the description. Thank you very much. I'm Tzvi. Bye bye.